Greetings, fellow Ambazonians. Today na Thursday, number 21 day for this month of March 2024. My name na Capo Daniel, Sense Pass King. Mr. No Connie, una welcome to another episode of our daily podcast. A program where they bring una the truth, where they bring una meaningful information, fact-based analysis for help we as we work out for this journey to our freedom, to the independence of Ambazonia. My country people at home and abroad, I bring una all revolutionary greetings. Story is long, but na time is short. We'll just be too tied down with other big things that they do where they make them very difficult for we to do live show for help for bring news for our people them and update. We go make sure so we go do one today. So we're gonna join we live for YouTube today, and I will go just rush through a little bit update for Giam for our country people them. The people them for Bakundu people them they scratch their head how way their traditional leader them. They then transform the 42nd Congress of the Bakundu Cultural and Development Union, Bukdu, their festival manifestation into a political campaign where they call on Biya, say me continue for remain in power. Una listen.
Tatanganga Mataka wa Bakundu, His Excellency and Lordship, Right Honorable Chief Justice Benjamin Mutanga Itswe, paramount ruler and ruler of the Bakundu people, has called on the head of state, His Excellency President Paul Biya, to declare his candidacy for the 2025 presidential elections. He was speaking in the presence of Chamberlain Tundong, Meme Senior Divisional Officer, on the occasion of the 42nd Congress of the Bakundu Cultural and Development Union, BACDU.
Our president is still very fit, he's still very strong. We, the Bakundus, from this Bombe rostrum, do therefore solemnly call on His Excellency, the Father of the Nation, Paul Biya, to accept being our candidate during the next presidential elections.
Celebrated March 17th.
So our people that for Bakundu, they scratch their head, say how traditional leader could be so disconnected with the population for the H-way Paul Biya Day. The destruction, the way that cause for our people, the killing of our people, picking the CD for Butch, our IDP, the CD, picking them for diaspora, the Nofi come, the chief, he go come out, the talk say, he want for call Paul Biya, make it stand for election. Ma bring reaction for one of our picking them for Roko land, me then talk, me gonna hear.
Barcelona, when I watch the video, if they want to be in a witchcraft, so the Chief Benjamin, we the back, you know, we Bakundu know ourselves, we not foolish. We the Bakundu then say the Oroko them. The Oroko way be made up of with Bakwiri. We then golo them. We know ourselves. Say president still they act strongly. Call we the we use Bakundu. Witchcraft so we the worry opa them. Count where majority of migrant them na youth. They made the part they should done. They should done. Now they promote the war. Save the corp Excellency President Paul Biya.
So my country people, they want na just example for the kind of country we go live in if we allow this war make it go the way they go. They go give we shit for our mop, they go be house and for bed for our head, they would work away bed, they would work out for our head. Now the kind of food and this way they put them say chief. The reason why they do them now because those chief them they talk say the person where they pay the piper, now they determine the song where they sing them. What traditional ruler them or they take money now for Paul Biya hand directly. SDO and GO governor them now then they over them. With prime minister them they give them money. Like how master they give money for slave depending on the will. We need to think seriously on how we could protect our people from being used by impostors. The proposition for the People's Right platform now say make we get legislature where traditional rulers them their salary go come directly from parliament, no be executive branch you could pay them, so that they no go fit be able to be used in this manner. They will be a political way to be the alternative solution. Now the problem this way it happen. We don't fight war. People then they don't make sure say the war will be spoiled because of our own internal difficulties. We must always look for paths for learn which way it happen and how we don't get for this place and try for take decision the way you go hell we for evade them. In hindsight, if person like John Fundi, it be accept time where they be thief election for ye, or maybe no say they run thief election because the American government be put pressure. The French government they be suggest make Paul Biya make Fundi maybe prime minister. Fundi did not say no go join government. In hindsight, if Fundi he be accept that concession for join government, become prime minister, the country enough for be the same way we did today. Wanna trust me, because if we expose how weak the prime minister office it be, if we fight the power the way the constitution it be supposed to give for the prime minister, make it be the way we be, that fight alone, if we make the country may be different from which we see today. Would they see the chief them for Bakundu that they do this type of bad immoral thing where it violate the will of the Bakundu people and the Oroko people? They are picking the cry for bush. Now the problem in this, the problem not be just for cry, the problem is for bring out solution. Now where to go be the solution? For go hold the chief them kill them, for go do it in a go fit solve the problem. We don't defy this war. Our platform would then be oriented towards solutions, attainable solutions, not be just solutions. Say things we want them, we try to do solution for things we fit actually do them for our population, and we will continue for the pray for our people. I will ask all the forces and for Bakundu, me then arrest this chief, me then take it for bush, make it she don't go picking them for bush at least for 1 week. I never talk to me some man go kill the chief. We must use power appropriately. This chief, where they then transform traditional union, development union into political events, the need for taking me go she down for bush will boy them. See how we were picking the suffer for bush. Me know the pain for our refugee the way they know if we come back home. Onto a just solution. Resistance continue. We'll get a lot of issues that we want to bring up for our people. We'll play the video for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Biafran leader waiting for prison for Nigeria. They then released a video yesterday where it be very important for our people for hear which way talk after the court hearing yesterday where they then adjourn a case again. Make una hear from Nnamdi Kanu because thing way talk it be very revealing. Make una remember, say Nnamdi Kanu, he deputy way, he be there outside, he fight it today. Simon Ipa, the one way Ayabacho betray Kanu, go join he. And we still talk with the Kanu people them. We get very good relationship with them. When I listen for which way Kanu, he talk may be very relevant even for Ambazonia, for listen.
The court is also entitled to change its mind as well, depending on the strength of it. It must be respected. It's important. My right to fair hearing must be observed and understand that.
You were talking about your health condition. What exactly is wrong with you, sir?
I have congenital heart failure. Congestive heart failure is called.
So, from Nnamdi Kanu, the organization, who ran talk with them, they tell you say they try for they currently negotiate house arrest for as an alternative midway with the Nigerian federal government. Just for give una a background, we will get a live presentation today for talk about this in detail. But make una hear which way it talk the main point will be relevant for us.
Where is the treasonable felon? Where is it? All these years, journalists are shouting treasonable, treason. What is treason today? It's gone. The same way this terrorism charge will go. I'm thinking of another capital offense that can charge me with. Maybe, I don't know, impregnating the wife of somebody. I don't know what other thing they're going to charge me.
Saying you are innocent of all these charges.
The federal government, they know I'm not guilty. My only guilt is that I'm fighting for my people. And I will fight for them.
Okay, sir, last
for justice and fairness and equity everywhere.
Last question. Has your family been able to...
Anybody using IPOB to commit crime is a criminal. It's not part of this family. Our family is based on 4 cardinal points. You must be without fear before your enemies. You must speak the truth always, even if it leads to your death. You must help the poor and those who cannot help themselves, and be of good character that God may love thee. That's who we are.
So what would be your words to those out there in the East who are killing in the name of IPOB?
That they are criminals. They are criminals. They are not part of this family. We are called a family for a reason. We've come to serve our people, not to enslave them. Anybody conducting any type of activity that contravenes the welfare of our people is a criminal and must be dealt with.
Thank you very much, sir.
Any form of violence or subversion in the name of Biafra is not part of this family. Our family is noble. It's called IPOB. It's all over the world.
So you condemn anything that has to do with killing?
In total, why would I kill? And violence. People have sacrificed my parents for them. Why would I want to kill any other person after that?
Anybody who's committing crime in the name of IPOB
is a criminal.
So now here, Nnamdi Kanu, that the revolutionary for the war we all man know he talks, I am fighting for my people. When I remember the word people, it means the population first. Not Ayabacho way talk say he fight for land. What I bad die left now which land way he fight for. He say I fight for my people. Any man way they commit criminal activity will not come for put our people under slavery, will come for freedom. Any man where they commit crime is not part of this struggle, is not part of our liberation, and our people must recognize that. Yesterday, Ayabacho, the ADF then go for Bamenda, then plan bomb for city chemists in the middle of a busy street in a day where no be locked down, no be ghost town, no be anything. Far from the Cameroon checkpoint the way then they for down junction day. They explode that bomb, targeting who? Who are you fooling? Our people must recognize what I have been articulating. The problem is not the soldiers. When I remember, these same soldiers don't work with me targeting only Cameroon military. When they could not target Cameroon military, they better stay in their barracks because I was making sure I take the leadership responsibility that every attack must be vetted. Why will you attack the population in this manner with bomb? To terrorize them or to do what? What is the difference? It is leadership. And this should show you the influence of Ayabacho. When I was there, you could never hear this type of a thing. Today, Ayabacho is there and you can hear them. The same soldier, different leader, different result. I hear say from people the way that they do within the for our organization, they report for me say, Chris Anu get a show yesterday. He talks say the thing where Ayabacho they do it don't be too much, the killing of the people them for Isa Mbonji. It don't make 21 people killed by Ayabacho this year alone. 21 people. He say me them poison the egg of C member, me them report the ADF soldier them for La Republic. I just want to talk say, make Chris Ano remember say the time we will be mobilize people them, it declare lockdown every day. Now the same pain way it be the cause for our own people and death them way be the cause for our people. At that time, will be the talk, it be the feast, will be being against it. Today, I don't criticize Ayabacho on this killing of our people. Majority of the Christiano people that they come for me the talk now because you talk now and because say you know they were Ayabacho. They don't wait to say no be they don't start begin join the talk. Our people need to understand say any man way genuinely, honestly, is stand say you do fight for the people. You no go ever allow the death of our innocent people in this manner and you stay quiet. Any person where he claims say being an activist, you see the influence and the impact where I have actually get them for ground and you stay quiet, you should stay quiet forever. You should have never spoken about this struggle or our people in the first place. Yes, I encourage Chris Anu and every other person for continue to condemn any atrocity against our people and for make sure say they uphold principle them for protect the interests of our public. We'll now also give report for our forces of Indian. For Lipanja, Barombi, say they don't capture 2 of our soldiers them. Make people them be aware, make them be because some people they know say they don't catch them. 2 of them die from where to here. Will La Republic invade Barombi, Lipanja yesterday. Make people then be aware of the security situation and the risk will be involved. We pray for the soldier and for they may then continue for fight along the line of the principle the order outlay, putting the people first before any other thing. Some human rights organizations of America, they then begin condemn the Biden administration as news it follow say they want to push some agenda for target some Amazonian activism again for America. They talk say the American government need to treat people them the same because if Amazonian activists or people where they be involved for Amazonian crisis, they be been the one the way they protect their people for Ukraine as well as the one that for Israel, they know for they target them in the way they do them. The only thing we fit tell our people then I say, whatever you do for our struggle, stay within the bounds of the law. Me no man no can fool you, me you commit war crimes or criminal activity that may not be justifiable. In the name of our liberation, you suffer the consequences by yourself. Nobody no get right for kill our people, for perpetrate enslavement, for perpetrate terrorism against our people for any political goal. It be wrong, it be morally wrong, and nobody should do that. For our fight to remain legitimate, for our fight to be effective, we must fight as people where they respect laws and humanity, because that is what we are fighting for in the first place. Fellow Ambazonians, yesterday we done get some discussion with one of our commander then for inside Momo. We done call for talk say the suggestion would they bring them for this devolution. What about people the way now spoiler them? Group the way they go talk to they go chakara them. They no go here, they go continue for fight, will not bring ceasefire for ground zero. Now what we go do? I want to make our population understand something. When it become for the time for we for solve education problem, all Ambazonian group them be so tied up in their own hardline stand and their own logic, where it be impossible for them to provide solution for our school. At that time, the amount of Ambazonian students, the way they be leave our territory, enter for the Republic, it be become a mockery for the struggle. I be push the agenda for community school for all the organization. Majority of the hardline then they be the commies be been a La Republic. So I want to spoil the struggle. Some of our forces they be tell me say Capo, it means say really you want me school start, you want me the struggle finish, you want me the struggle die. I did not allow that particular issue to destroy the struggle because of lack of flexibility or lack of compassion for our people, or because we are tied with some logic of our own making. I took the personal decision, I campaigned, I took stones, and I worked very hard, and we achieved the education community school as a way forward. All Ambazonian forces who came to Toronto, they adopted those policies as the stance for all Ambazonian today. Look in hindsight, I did the right thing. I did not wait for the liberation movements, which they could never make decision till today. The IG position is still that security situation and blah, blah, blah. The point is, when it comes to our struggle, our people should understand we are heading towards a total loss scenario. Anybody, this soldier way in there for ground, or some people for diaspora, with our wicked black man syndrome and crap mentality, where they go talk, they go chakara everything, if you know come for them, or if not a particular person. The one way they suffer also from competitive spirit and monitoring spirit, then too they go talk, they go better chakara ram if it come not through a particular person. In our proposition, we don't factor this one in. There are hardline groups and groups who are extremist groups who will not be reasonable, who will deviate from the people's interests and fight for unattainable interests. As the war is established through research work the way they publish them, say there is no attainable option for military liberation. If we succeed for secure and acceptable just solution for devolution, what would he fight for? If the Cameroon government accept the PPP, the peace plan paper, as the basis for negotiation and implement the CBMs, then groups that are spoilers or hard groups will be distinguished from groups that have political and attainable ends. Those groups which are hardcore will be treated as extremist groups who are fighting the same like the Lord Resistance Army in Uganda. Some people will remain in the bush forever. The insecurity will remain forever. We must accept this as some of the consequences of fighting a war. Once we pick up arms, yes, it will be justified, but there are also consequences which we are going to live with. We should accept that some groups will remain in the forest forever. Because one, their ideology is extremist, their policy is extremist, as Ayabacho is demonstrating. Number two, they are trapped in commercial war commerce. That means economic interest. They are making more money than they will ever make if there is freedom. Those boys will want to fight even if we have independence. They will look for a motive. It look like the blocking of the road today in Batibo, they have looked for a motive. They have created one when the one does not exist. Go and ask Ayabacho, why did they block Bengwi Road? What answer would he give you? Does he not know that there is no reason? Is he not aware? He's aware. He knows the money they are receiving because of that roadblock. So our people should know that when we will have a justifiable peace, when we will have the devolution that is acceptable, when the policy to bring back our refugees, release our political prisoners, bring those in the diaspora who endorse the PPP back home, then the war would officially be ended. And those who will be fighting, they will be fighting like the Lord Resistance Army, like people who have lost their senses. They will be treated as extremists. The international community will then have a basis to go after people who are sponsoring extremism, because they will be labeled as extremists. This type of people exist in real life. We have seen them in Ambazonia, but that will not stop us from fighting for a just peace for our people, which is acceptable and that meet up the minimum expectation of our aspiration to safeguard the territorial integrity and our identity of our people. Devolution is the only attainable way. Direct negotiation is the only options left. We must come to a political solution. And I'm very glad that many and many more people within organizations are catching up with our population, because our population is already with us. We will continue to explain to our people the package we are preparing for them to negotiate on their behalf. We are already in the process. And there are also other things that are happening that we can't put them on social media. But we are doing our due diligence. We are doing our patriotic and answering the call for the sake of those who have gone ahead of us, for the sake of our people, to fight for the best of our ability, to give them the maximum we can get through our war effort. God bless you all. Capo Daniel, signing off.